Om Shanti. So in today's class, Shiva Baba is going to tell many new things to us. He will give us the feeling of truth, how soul and Supreme Soul are different. And he's going to also tell us the difference between Shiva and Shankar, how God enters in a divine way. God himself is a Jagatguru, Guru of the world, Jagatguru in practice. Okay, so God makes us feel now, makes us believe that it's him who is talking through that chariot. Okay. So start with practice of soul consciousness. We have created separate playlist for daily thoughts, okay, which you can use when you practice soul consciousness, okay, as an idea. And then if you think, okay, you just want to choose your own thought to focus on, right? When you practice soul consciousness, you can do so. This is just a sample, okay? Different thoughts for self-respect or swaman. So practice that for 5 minutes. Practice remembering Shiva Baba, right? As far as tips or some points that Shiva Baba says in the Murli about having easy remembrance. I would like to share that, at least one of them. I think last time we had mentioned, if you remember Shiv Baba with the name Shiv Baba, you will feel closeness, okay, because it gives the feeling of father. So if you have not done that yet, you may start that, okay, start connecting with the God and remembering him with the name of Shiv Baba, okay, so that way we would acknowledge the body as well as soul, okay, soul of the Supreme Soul, right, in there, right, where he is, and we can able to connect, right, and from there only we are receiving the fruits of Murlis, okay. Another tip Shiva Baba says about having easy remembrances, we need to have love towards him, right? How would we know? How can we express that love? Is by sharing everything with him, right? You can have open heart conversation with him. Okay, before you did it before too, but now we can locate him where he is and then share. Okay, so now we are going to connect with him at his right location, and then we open our heart, okay, and just sit with him, right? You know where to now sit, right? So you can visualize yourself to be like, you can visualize sitting next to him in the body where he is, right? He's sitting in the middle of the forehead. Now you can feel yourself sitting next to him, right? And feeling that the vibration of him, right? We just need his company. We don't need anything else, right? We just need that time of silence, sitting with him, by having the confirmation that I am sitting next to him, he is there, right? That already you have received by now. So give it a try. It should lighten your mind, okay? All right, so now the next thing is points. Last time we had shared a point about importance of Murli. Okay, so in every class, I'm just going to share a point on dharanas, right? I'm sharing the elevated vision through pure thoughts, right? God's vision towards us, how we should look up to ourselves, right? Through daily pure thoughts. But dharana aspect, I will be sharing here. Okay. So now we know that we are Brahmins, right? So this point is related to that. Okay. Here it says, do you create every thought and perform every action while considering yourself to be the highest and holiest? Okay. Highest means the highest on high Brahmin. The variety form image, Brahmins have given the highest position. Okay, see, very beautiful here. Okay, just as your name is so elevated, so to your honor and activity should be the same. Okay, so now we are Brahmins. So our honor and activity should be this highest as well, right? So the praise of the father is highest on high God. Therefore, the praise of the children is highest on high Brahmins. Okay, so the memorial of this elevated stage continues even today. So, now, see, we come to know what is that memorial. Whenever people want to carry out any elevated or auspicious task, they have it performed by those who are called Brahmins. Okay, even today you see and hear the memorial of the elevated action which were performed at this time by the form of the true living Brahmins. Okay, on the one hand, you are able to hear the praise of the elevated actions that you performed, and on the other hand, you are playing the elevated part. See, right now we are at a place where we also come to know about our memorial, and then we also come to know how how they have made our memorial. Okay, one more point here. Through your memorials, you show how elevated you were. You are that now, and you will be that in the future. Just as Brahmins are the most elevated, so too the period of the Brahmins is the most elevated out of all ages. That is, this is the time of the confluence age, the time of Amrit Vela, the time of Brahma Muhurat, auspicious time of early morning. Why was this most elevated stage of Brahmins created? Because it is only the Brahmins who attain the elevated fortune of being cooperative in performing the highest and the most elevated task, right? So very nice. Senior says, are you able to keep in your awareness your elevated part, your highest on high father, your elevated position, and your elevated honor? Okay. Throughout the entire kalpa, you will not be able to attain such elevated fortune again. Even now, you hear about the memorial of such highest and holiest souls. People sing praise of your deity form instead of you Brahmins. Okay, so think about it. So now God has made us Brahmins, but Brahmins not for the namesake Brahmins, right? Unless we follow the dharana of Brahmins, we can't be considered as Brahmins, right? So one of the dharana is listening to the Murli every day, right? Love for the Murli itself is love for God. Okay, we'll share more points on that. And if you have any questions, you can reach out. Okay, you can reach out to your instrument sister. Okay, and all the links of the classes are in the description box. Okay, best wishes. Om Shanti.